Right, morning guys. Not completely green screened. It's good. All right, how is everybody? Can you all comment your names? Also, could you comment if you can see and hear me properly, because it has been a week. I'm just hoping all the settings are still working properly. So if you guys, comment your names. I will do a quick register now. Good, good. All right, thanks for the feedback, Jay and Jector. All right, so we've got Elliot. There you are. We've got Ollie. We've got Billy and Scott and Jay. And George and Nuala, Harry and Jake, Guy, Danny and Lucy, Chloe and Tristan, Louis. So as far as I can tell, we're missing Callum, Becky and Kieran by the looks of it. If you guys are there, please give me a comment. Otherwise, yeah, I'll just leave that. Okay, going to be a bit different this week because we are starting new topic. Basically, we're now moving on to the A level or the A2, the A2 part of the course. So we've kind of finished first year stuff. You guys are technically now kind of second years. There are a few notices I just wanted to bring up. So most of you have sent me the stats mechanics paper. Still waiting on a few. So remember, I sent that out to you guys, which is on Moodle actually, beginning of half term. Can you guys make sure if you haven't done that, you get that to me by Wednesday? So that's the first. I'll make a list of these things because it's kind of important. So stats mechanics paper. By Wednesday. You should have done that already, but I am still waiting on a few there. The next one, if you need to do the retake, that has been emailed out to you this morning. And you'll know who you are if that does include you. And that's by Wednesday as well. If you didn't do very well in the original, you want to do the retake anyway, you're completely welcome to. That is on Moodle. So if you do want to do the retake, even though you didn't need to, you're welcome to do that. And the other one is assignments. I had a look on /skills checks. There's a lot missing. I had a look on the Moodle. There's about 10 students doing them every week. Well done, you 10. Please keep it up. But the rest of you need to be doing those assignments and skills checks. So I'll give you till the end of the week to catch up. And then it's going to be emails to parents and tutors because those need to be done. I know things are different with you guys learning at home, but you need to do the assignments and skills checks. So if you're not doing those, you're not getting the full course, and you're not going to understand the topics as well. So well done those of you that have been keeping up with these. Those of you that haven't, you've got to the end of the week to get those sorted. If there's any problems, email me, but it should be a simple upload. If you can't type in stuff, just upload the assignment and the skills check onto Moodle so I can look through them. I did sit down to start marking those, but I thought, well, if I've only got half of the class, there's no point doing this yet. So I will try and get those done this weekend, but I do want everybody else's to be done by then. So, quick recap, stats mechanics paper by Wednesday. If you haven't done it already, thank you those of you that have. I think most of you have done that one. I haven't tallied it up yet, but I have got a lot of emails in the last few days. Retake by Wednesday if you need to or if you want to. It's on Moodle. And then assignments and skills checks by the end of the week should all be up to date. We should be up to the latest one, which was hypothesis testing by Friday. So if you haven't done hypothesis testing yet, make sure that's finished by Friday. Cool. All right, next thing that's a bit weird is I'm going to get you guys on a Teams chat as well, but I want you all to be muted because otherwise it's going to feedback insanely. And that's just so that you guys can send me some photos today, because we're doing a topic that you need to be doing sketches, and I'm not going to be able to check your learning unless you send me some pictures of you doing some questions. So I will call you guys on Teams now. If you could all pick up but hang up your microphones. You can put video on or off if you want, I don't mind. The main thing is so that you can send me photos in the chat box. So if you could all open up Teams now, and I will put that call through. There'll be a bit of a delay between my voice in Teams and my voice here, but that should be alright. So as soon as I can find the group, there it is. Okay, just going to invite you guys. Cool, alright, that should be everyone invited. When you're there, if you could just give me a thumbs up or a here in the text chat on Teams, that'd be good. Bringing that in now. Cool, alright, so I can see Becky over there, Chloe, Harry, Nuda, Elliot, George, Danny. If you've got any problems, guys, let me know. Alright, so we're going to leave that open. That's basically so you guys can take a photo and send me, or you can turn on your webcams and hold your work up to the webcam if you like. But for what we're doing today, we need to be able to see some sketches. Okay. So, all right, I'm going to go back to YouTube. So if you guys watch on the YouTube, if I ask you to do anything, send me photos of it on Teams. I'm just going to hide Teams to the corner. If you want to mute me on Teams, you can, because otherwise you're going to get like double me talking. So if you mute me on Teams and watch me on YouTube, that should be fine. Okay, so sorry about that, a little bit confusing there, but I think that'll give us the best overall response and feedback. So this week we're talking about further functions, which is who's that saying there? Kieran. Okay, Kieran, I'll take you off. Make sure you're watching on YouTube as well. All right. Yeah. So we're going to be doing basically Year 2 transformations in Year 2 functions, and we're going to start off today by looking at the rest of the modulus function. So we did a bit of modulus function already. So I'd like you guys to try and sketch these two graphs, and I will give you 5 minutes to do that. So 5 minutes to try and do both these sketches. If you draw one then the other and send me photos of those, that'd be excellent. Or if you want, yeah, I think sending photos is probably the easiest way. If anyone can't do that, let me know. If you can just do a quick sketch on a bit of paper, take a photo of your phone, upload it, and we'll have a quick look at most. So 5 minutes, guys, and I would like every single one of you to at least attempt that. So try and remember what the modulus does when it's outside the whole function. So this is what we've done before. 5 minutes will be starting. What am I muted on? Yeah, okay, it's Kieran. Okay, I'll send Kieran a message. So if you guys could start that right now, that'd be good. It's 5 minutes. Alright, so you guys can see me here. I'll leave my picture off on Teams as well, we don't need that. Alright, nice. We've got quite a lot of replies there. So if you guys have a look, you can probably see each other's responses. So we said, yeah, George has some very good sketches there. Good job, George. Who's that showing them up? Just is that Jake? Yeah, looks good, Jake. Well done. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, Louis, yours looks good as well. Sorry, guys, I'm just getting used to opening files on Teams. This is very good, isn't it? Scott, brilliant. Yeah, be careful, Scott. On the second one, your sign bumps are slightly different height, so you possibly could lose a mark for that. And don't forget to label your y-axis as well. Elliot, yeah, very good, nice. Becky, yeah, brilliant. Lucy, excellent. Harry, yeah, good. Chloe, yeah, good. Nuala, brilliant. Brilliant, Danny. Nice, George. Billy, one thing with your one, the little curvy bits on your quadratic are wrong. You've kind of reflected those as well. Yeah, just check over that. You've kind of got them going in like this, and a quadratic always looks kind of curved inwards. It's only the middle bit that changes. Cool, well done though, guys. Right, I'll draw these for you now just so you got them on this video as well. So we draw x squared, take 4, so that's going to be this one. So that goes through at 2, minus 2. The minimum there would be at minus 4. And then when we got a modulus like that, it makes all the negative y's positive, so it flips them up. So we're going to get that shape there. Let's get rid of what's on the bottom there. That's going to cross at positive 4. So someone else has just replied. J. Yeah, good. Okay, so this is the first one. Second one, we'll draw sine. So we draw sine from minus 2 pi to 2 pi. That's going to look like this. Remember, that goes from 1 to minus 1. We cross at pi, 2 pi, minus pi, minus 2 pi. And again, we're going to make all the negative stuff, all the negative y values positive. So that's going to reflect up there, and that's going to reflect up there, giving me that. Good, decent, well done. Okay, so that's what we had before. When you got the modulus on the outside of the function, reflect the negative y values in the x-axis, and then delete the odd values. That's the whole kind of process. We need to look at what happens when the modulus is inside the function. What I mean by inside the function is it might be y equals sine of mod x. So we can see the moduluses are with the x rather than with the whole thing. We could have y equals modulus of 5, oh, sorry, I don't know, 2 modulus x plus 3. Does that be the modulus of a line? E to the mod x. So we're covering the x now rather than the whole function. And we could, in fact, if there's more than one x in our function, so like a quadratic, if we had, I don't know, y equals 2 mod x squared minus 5 mod x, say 10, something like that. This is the same idea. So all the ones I've just drawn are when we've got mod inside our function. So the modulus is with the x inside the quadratic. It's not the overall quadratic like we would have seen in the old example. So I'll write down in words what we do in this situation. So, and it's kind of backwards. So first thing you do is you delete negative x values, and then we reflect positive x values in the y-axis. So remember, with transformations, and this is a transformation, the x stuff always acts backwards to what you expect. You know, if it says stretch, we're actually squashing. If it says move up, we're actually moving. Well, if it says move horizontally, we're actually moving sideways. It always acts in the opposite way. So the modulus acts in the opposite way as well. So first of all, you delete something, which is backwards to the order we did in the y modulus. Then we reflect the positive x values in the y-axis. Okay, so I want you guys to have a think about what this is going to look like. I'm going to get rid of the one we done before, just so we've got some space here, and I'll keep up the definition. Can you guys have a think about what y equals e to the modulus x what that might look like? So I'll give you 2 minutes to have a think, try and sketch it. I'm not going to say who's right and who's wrong, so I want you guys to try a sketch of e to the mod x, put it in Teams, and we'll see if anyone can get the right answer. So just based on what the text says right there. So yeah, 2 minutes starting from now. Right, so I have had one suggestion so far, I think. Yeah. Anybody else got any ideas? Don't worry about being wrong, guys. I've got one so far from Elliot, which was wrong, but that's fine. Billy, let me just open yours up. Billy, ooh, yeah, I reckon you'd get a mark for that. I reckon you get marks for that one. Sorry, guys, I just managed to leave the meeting. Should be back in now. Okay, let's have a look through the rest of these. Jake, yes, that looks good to me. George, you've deleted too much. Where are we? Billy, yours is the best I saw so far. Lucy, yours looks good, but you could label your axes in that one. Guy, yep, very good there. Yeah, George, not quite right there. So I'm going to try it on the iPad, and I will show you guys the steps. So we're going to draw e to the x, the kind of old version. I'll check whoever's that was in a second. So e to the x looks kind of like that. So it says delete the negative x values. Okay then, so I'm going to get rubber out and delete the negative x values. It then says reflect the positive x values in the y-axis. So something like that. Could be a bit more curvy, but it needs to have that point at the bottom because it does go kind of straight liney. That point and that point should be labelled 1. If you've got any questions, guys, please ask either in the text chat here or in Teams. I'm just going to have a quick look back at the chat there. So Danny sent one in, good. Sounds like Scott's Wi-Fi is cut out. So that's annoying, but hopefully you can watch this back later. Just going to give him a quick reply. Right, so I would like you guys to try the 2 different ones now. X plus 5, mod of all of it, and mod X plus 5, this version. So again, I give you guys 4 minutes to do these. So 4 minutes on the clock starting from Right, I'm just having a quick look through these on the phone so I don't have to keep changing screens. So, George, your second one's good, first one's not, but you just sent me another message, so maybe, yeah, you forgot to watch this first one, you just corrected that anyway. So it's good. Louis, yep, spot on there, brilliant. Lucy, where have we gone? Lost him, it's updating. Lucy, yep, like it, nice. Elliot, yep. Guy, you've got a couple different ones there. Oh yeah, you've done it slightly differently. I like that. That's a nice way of thinking your way through it. Look at Guy's, everybody. He's done it in stages, which can be a useful skill as well. Becky, brilliant. Buried in messages now. George, yeah, fixed it. Brill. Chloe, excellent. Jay, excellent. Where'd I go to? That's too many of you, aren't there? Billy, yep, smashed it, good. Danny, Europe. There are a lot of labels missing. I mean, I'm saying excellent and brilliant and stuff. Make sure you're labeling your axes, both your axes. Nula, brilliant with some nice labels there. Good. Okay. I'll just go through this quickly just so you guys have got this in your notes. So let's sketch x plus 5. So it crosses at 5. And when y is 0, x is minus 5. So that's what our graph looks like roughly. And modulus, the whole thing is going to reflect all the negative y's upwards. So we're going to get a graph that looks like this. So that would be 5. That's still minus 5. And reflect it back up. And the other one, so we draw it. We delete the negative x's, so they're gone. Then we reflect the positive x's to get this 0.5. So subtle difference in the equation, quite a big difference in your sketches. Okay, I'm just going to show you guys how you do this on the calculator. So I don't actually think I opened my calculator today, so let's bring this up. Where is it? There it is. Oh, it should just, there it is, cool, well done. Well done me. If you go to graph then on your calculator, got there's loads of messages, it's all you guys, isn't it? Cool, I'll check those in a minute. So we're going to type in y equals, alright, so I can plot all 3 actually, so in, what colour is that? In blue we're going to do x plus 5. In red, we will do the old modulus. So we're gonna, the way you do this is you go to option, numerical, abs, and it'll put the modulus signs in there. So we're gonna do mod of x plus 5. And then for the green one, so remember these colors, we're gonna do mod x plus 5. So remember, blue original, red old school, or the old one we did, green new. And we're not really set up, but let's change our view window. So for x, I want to go. Let's go to 2. All the interesting stuff happens before then. Y minimum, yeah, that sounds all right. And y, well, we want to go from, let's go -2 to 7. So we got should look quite nice now. Yeah, there you go. So you can see the new one as we drew it up here, the old one down here, and the original function just a straight line. Decent. Okay. So that was with lines. Let's make it harder. So another way we could draw this, instead of kind of asking you to do it when I've actually put the modulus inside the function, we can do it in function notation as well. So in this case, our original function is x minus 2 squared. I want you guys to try mod of that and f of mod of that. So have a think about these. It's a little bit trickier because you've got to think about what the original function looks like first. So I would sketch the original and then each modulus. I'll give you guys a bit longer for this, so well, I'll give you 4 minutes again. So 4 minutes on the clock starting now. Sorry, and if you could comment me your answers in the Teams, that'd be brilliant. Okay, so let's have a quick look at what you guys have said. Where are we? Some good sketches, guys. This is looking hopeful. All right, so George was in first, and Yeah, I picked a terrible quadratic actually thinking about this because f of x is of course not going to look any different. Oh well. Sometimes it will. Good. The new stuff is looking good though. Lucy, excellent. Chloe, excellent. Louis, excellent. All I will say, Louis, is be careful with the kind of. Yours goes a bit like a bit curvy. That should be straight line. So I want to be straight like that. So look a W with kind of like a vowel wiggle in it. I'll show you in a sec. Elliot looks good. Becky looks good. Jay looks good. Nuala looks good. Yeah, nice work, guys. So I chose a stupid quadratic. I planned this last night. Maybe I was a bit tired. I don't know. So, original function looks like this. Can I get that to disappear? Looks like that. So it crosses at 4, minimums at 2. There is no negative y value, so of course this one looks identical. So that's fine. We practiced that before. And the other one here, mod f of x, we're going to reflect all the positive bits in the axis, so we're going to delete anything to the left there, and back in like that. We want, as I said, this bit here wants to be where 2 straight lines meet, so it should be kind of pointy. That'd be fine, as long as you're not, as I saw some of you might have done, it shouldn't look like that. It shouldn't be curvy here, because this graph doesn't do that. Straight line, therefore 2 straight lines there, and they can be quite picky about that in the exam. So careful about that. And it still crosses at 4. We know it's going to touch here at 2, and this one is now going to be -2. All right. It's going well so far, guys. I'm very impressed with you. Let's try sine. So I know we drew sine earlier. Let's try both versions of sine. 3 minutes again on the clock for this one, starting now. Cool. Right, let's have a look at what you guys have done. Just going to get rid of that calculator. Do we have any? Don't get many messages then. So if you guys could send me messages, that'd be good. Do you need a bit more time, maybe? So I'll start by drawing sine. I didn't give you a range, but if we go from pi to 2 pi. There we go, Lucy's got a reply in. Yep, excellent, Lucy, that looks great to me. There we go, here's Becky's. Nice, Becky. Good work, George. Louis, excellent. Yeah, these are all looking really good. Okay, so mod f of x, we reflect it all. Better than that though. So this one comes up, and this one comes up. So you get that as you guys saw earlier today. So if I put in pi, 2 pi, minus 2 pi, and then the other one, delete all the negative x's, so we get positive x's still, then we're going to reflect those to get this one. Looking a bit weird, but that's how it looks. 2 pi minus 2 pi. I'm just going to check the rest of your responses there. Yeah, it's really good, guys. Brilliant work. Cool. All right. I'm going to skip cos because we've done sine. It's not much different. Try 2 more real quick. Already done into the mod x. I'm going to skip that one as well. We'll do ln mod x, and we will try. What else would be good? Try tan. Yeah. Y equals tan mod x. So if you guys could draw those 2, last bit of this, then we're going to move on to something else. So you got 3 minutes again to get those ones. Don't forget to send me photos as well. Cool, just waiting for some replies. Give you guys a second. Here we go, coming in fast. So we've got Elliot, looks like you were first. Learner's a bit wrong. I'll go through why in a minute. Your learn sketch is a bit wrong. Tan looks brilliant though. So Tan, you went up to high, good. George, yeah, I'd say your learner's a bit better there. So Elliot, if you have a look at George's sketch below, that's a closer for the log. Lucy, I haven't reflected your log, so have a look at that one. Louis, brilliant, yeah, good. Cool, right, let's go through it. So Tan normally looks like this. I'll do the whole 2 pi to pi, so the tan normally looks like that. Tan mod x, we're going to delete all the negative stuff, so we're going to get this weird kind of... The way I've drawn it looks a bit like a quadratic. It should be a little bit steeper than that, so maybe let's redraw this one. Tan asymptotic and then down, so it should be again asymptotic and down. Stays the same, stays the same, and then we need to reflect this, which is often a bit of a pain, should look like that. And log x, well, log normally looks like asymptote there, something like that, going through at 1. So the modulus, there is no negative stuff, so when we modulus it, we're going to get again, this should be symmetrical. You get the gist, yeah? We're just reflecting the whole thing. Reflect the whole thing over. We need to keep both bits. So just checking the last couple of emails there. Yeah, Louis. Louis, your log learner's a bit squash. I would show the asymptote a bit more than that if I were you. I mean, mine's a bit iffy there, but you get the gist of it. Brilliant. Okay. So moving on, we need to talk about for the last bit today. We've got half hour left. What happens if you've got more than one transformation in one direction? And these can be quite tricky. So we're talking about things like let's start with sine. So we're going to do what should we say? Let's have y equals 2 sine x plus 4. Yeah, okay, so there's 2 ways you could think about this. I mean, without knowing what the correct way is. You could stretch it first, or you could move it up 4 first. You'll get very different outcomes. So I'm going to draw both these. One of these is wrong, so maybe don't copy these down, just watch for now. If I stretch sine first, well then it's going to go to 2. So there's my stretched sine, 2 and minus 2. If I move that up 4, it's going to go to, if we just change that, just start it again. So if I stretch it first, stretch to 2 and minus 2, add it up 4, we're going to go from 2 there, 4 there, 6 there, we would get that. Something like that, it repeat there, but whatever. If I move it up 4 first, and then stretch it, we will get, instead of going from 0 and 1, we're going to move it up 4, so it's going to have a maximum at 5, a minimum at 3. So it look like that. If we now times that by 2, it's going to go from 10 to 6. So you can see one of ours goes from 6 to 2, the other one goes from 10 to 6. So they're completely different graphs. So we need to work out a rule. 4. What do we do first? If you've got two transformations in one direction, so both of these transformations are affecting the y-axis, which do we do first? Well, there's two easy rules. Y transformations. We've already seen this. Y transformations do what they say. Times 2 does mean times 2, plus 4 does mean moving up to 4. So Y transformations do what they say. And the order is BIDMAS order. So nice and easy. So for this one, M multiplication comes before addition. We should multiply it first, then move it up to 4. X transformations do the opposite. So do the inverse in SAM DIB order. So they do it in backwards order as well. So it's easy to remember because Y does what you expect, X does kind of like the opposite. So X transformations do inverse order, Y transformations do BIDMAS order. So could you guys, I've already done this one, so let's come up with another one. Can you guys try and sketch for me Y equals, what should I go for? Oh, well, one more thing, sorry. In BIDMAS, B is what you use for modulus. So mod X, that would be the B. Because they look a bit like brackets, we kind of count those as B. So we're going to try a couple of things here. We'll start with a... And then quite often there's a few ways of looking at these. So we'll start with 2 cos X plus 3, starting nice and kind of simple. So I'll give you guys 3 minutes to have a go at that one. Right. Please get your messages in, guys. We'll start sketching this though, but if you could send me some photos of this, that'd be good. So we got 2 cos x plus 3. So we need to do BODMAS order, BIDMAS order even. So we're going to times 2 first, and then we're going to plus 3. So cos times it by 2, and we get 2 minus 2 there. Then we're going to move the whole thing up 3, so it's going to go from 5 to 1. So symmetrical about 3. So you can add that in to make it a bit easier to draw. Get rid of that line, and the x-axis be done there. So 1 and 5 there. There we go. That should be it. Just wait and see if we get any responses from you lot. George done it. Yeah, George, cool, nice. Oh, I've drawn. No, that's fine. We've got the same thing. You've just drawn the rest of it. Yes, it does. It does go over there as well. Yeah, Lucy looks good. Right. So we're going to try a few more of these. We've got a bit more time left today. I'd like you guys to try. This one's a bit more difficult. So if y equals, no, forget that. F of x is ln x. Can you guys try and sketch y equals mod f of minus x? Cool. We'll see how you guys do with this one. So this is 2 transformations. They are not both affecting x though. So see what you get for this one. And if you guys can send photos when you know. So 3 minutes again. Right, let's start going through this one. Don't think I've had any photos yet, but I will. I'll start it because we are starting to run out of time. With this one, then we've got one thing affecting y and one thing affecting x. So we got a modulus for y. We've got a reflection for x. The order doesn't matter because y doesn't affect x. So you can do the modulus first or the reflection first, and it should turn out the same. So let's try both. We'll try both different, and I'll show to you guys that doesn't matter. So if I sketch log, something like that. If we modulus it first, that's going to come up like that. Then reflect it, we're going to reflect all those positive bits in the y-axis, so we should get something. Oh my god, this is quite hard to draw actually. Something like that. Yeah, let's start the sketch again there. So we should get, if I only draw the negatives, asymptote there, comes down from the asymptote to 1, and off it goes. Something like that. Now, if you reflected it first, you'd get log kind of all reflected, which would just be this bit here, down there, and then you could modulus it up to get our sketch. So it doesn't actually matter what order you do it in. Alright, let's have a quick look at some of these you guys have drawn. Yeah, pretty good. Elliot, yours isn't quite right. Check over that one. So have a think about why you did what you did in that one. Louis, looks good. Yours, it goes a bit flat though, your learn, so I'd try and keep it curving. But it is right, but yeah, you've made it a bit squashed at the end. George, yeah, looks good to me. Yours is a bit curvy at the bottom, kind of on George, this bit of yours is a bit too curvy. It should really be straight because it kind of goes straight now. Lucy looks good. Guy looks good again. He was a little bit flat on the end, but yeah, nice work, guys. Okay, what have we got? We got 15 minutes. Yeah, we can get a couple more of these done. Let's try. A bit harder. Most of the ones in the textbook are quite easy, dare I say it. Okay. Okay, let's try a made up one. And we'll have this point here as -1. That point there is -1, 1. And we'll say there's an asymptote at -2. So I want you guys to try and draw y equals f of mod x take 2. See what you guys can do with that. So again, I'll give you 3 minutes to try and draw it, starting from now. And don't forget to comment below the sketches. Cool. Right. Yeah, send me in your sketches, guys. I haven't had any so far. So they're both affecting x, so we need to use opposite BIDMAS or SAM-DIB order. So we need to do our subtraction, we need to do -2 first, and then we need to do the modulus. Now remember, it's not actually -2. It says -2, but it means the opposite as well. So we're actually going to +2 in x direction, and then we're going to modulus x. So we'll do that last. So if we +2, the whole shape is going to move to the right by 2. So that point that was -1, 1 is now going to be 1, 1. So there's a little peak there. That's going to come down, possibly cross over there, and we'll still have that asymptote there. So that's our moving it by 2. We now need to modulus it, so I need to get rid of anything negative, and we're going to reflect it. So we're going to get this bit come up, down, and a second bit there for our asymptote. Cool, so that's 1, 1, and then we're going to get -1, 1 there as well. So that's what your graph should look like for this one. Just wait and see if any of you guys have got it. And then we'll move on. We'll try one more. So when you guys have done that, show me the sketch. I'd like you guys to try try 2 more. So tricky. Have a think about what these two might look like. I'll give you guys, I think, 5 minutes for these now. And then we'll go through both in the last couple of minutes of the lecture. So 5 minutes to have a think about what both of these sketches are going to look like. I'll get rid of the one we just did. So what's going to happen to the sketch now? Right, time for 5 minutes. Cool. Right. Let's see if we've got any. Right, come on, guys. Send me some pictures. Oh, damn it. How did time? Miscalculated time there. All right, we'll save these as a starter for Wednesday's lecture. Can you guys make sure you do them by then? If you want to send them over before, you can, or keep onto it until the beginning of the lecture. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you guys. Make sure you send me the stats mechanics tests. Make sure you do the retests if you need to. And make sure you're doing the assignments and the skills checks and uploading all of that onto Moodle. All right, cheers guys. See you on Wednesday.